Welcome back, everyone. So if you're just finishing part one, you can come out of child's pose. And if you're just joining me for part two, let's get right up to mountain. Come all the way up. All right, perfect. So into our mountain Tattasana. Roll the shoulders out, shake the hands out, shake those legs out. Let's get the kinks out, all right? Standing nice and tall in your mountain, feet are hip distance apart. Make sure you're nice and anchored to the floor, feeling nice and comfortable and grounded. Standing tall, being aware of your posture. Breathe. Now's the time I want you to do that little checklist while you're here. Wiggle your toes if you like. Check for tension. Check your knees and your thighs. If they're tight, let them go. Your buttocks, just let it all go. Belly, shoulders. Being aware of the tension in your body, being able to isolate it and release it. Just let it go right through, come out your foot, right into the ground. All right, roll the shoulders out. Okay, so we're going to go right into our lovely little Vinyasa. This is, it's actually moon salutation number 2. It's a kind of a short version, and I've added a couple extra moves to it, so it's kind of sort of moon salutation. All right, number 2. So let's inhale up, exhale. Hands together, preparing for our half moon salute. Take a breath. Exhale, lean to the right. Breathe. Lengthening the side of the body. This is going to work your abdominals, your obliques, muscles in the back. One more breath. Exhale up. Use those core muscles to help you move. Take a breath. Exhale. Lean to the left. Exhale. Actually, come here. Back up. Inhale, arms down. Take a breath. Exhale, step back. Right leg. Turning your feet to the right on the heels. 5-star. Arms are shoulder height. Relax the shoulders. Check for tension. Relax your knees and your thighs. Let those buttocks go. Preparing for V straddle split. Inhale up. Exhale, come down, hinging at the hips, come down. Now, if you need to open up your legs a little wider, ideally you should have a straight leg. If this is terribly uncomfortable, soften your knee a little if you need to. Don't worry about that. Lengthening the body. This is a wonderful full body stretch. If this makes you dizzy, come up halfway if you need to, all right? On the exhale, move your hands to the left. Exhale to center. Take a breath. Exhale towards the right. Getting an extra deep stretch into the back of the right leg. Exhale, center. Take a breath. Exhale, bend the knees, come up very slowly, reverse the blood flow all the way back up to 5-star. One more breath. On the exhale, turn your feet to the left, windmill, right arm down, step to the front of the mat, back to mountain. All right, perfect. Roll the shoulders out. Let's inhale up, exhale. Inhale into a back bend. Preparing for Ragdoll, take a breath. On the exhale, soften the knees, hinging at the hips, come down and hang out. Just hang out. Ragdoll is a wonderful full body stretch, just lengthening the arms, releasing the shoulders, the back, and lengthening that spine a little bit more. One more breath. Exhale, hands on the floor, right knee on the floor for left low lunge. Now, I'm just going to be moving myself around a bit so that you can see the different positions of my body, but you can stay where you are. Now, the low lunge. In a low lunge, this is just a nice, easy one. Everything is nice and lined up. Always being aware of your alignment. Bodies are nice and stacked to keep your knees safe and keep you nice and balanced. Let's do low lunge warrior. On the exhale, come up. This is going to challenge your balance. Just relax. From here, we're going to do a variation of the camel pose. Take a breath. Exhale, hands on the hip. Bring the knee back. All right, arms down here. Let's inhale up. Exhale, lean back. Don't go too far. The further you go, the deeper the stretch. You're going to feel it in the quads. If you want, engage your buttocks. Squeeze your glutes. That'll help. Now, if you find it's too intense, just reposition yourself a bit. This is one variation of the camel pose. One more breath. Exhale, slowly come into table. Preparing for tiger pose. Take a breath. On the exhale, I want you to bring up the right leg. Bring it up as high as you can. Tiger pose. Head is level with the spine. One more breath. Exhale, table. Preparing for downward dog. Curl the toes, take a breath, exhale up. Now always find that place of balance of comfort. Move your feet back a little if you have to. Get that tail up nice and high. Back is straight, head is hanging down. From here, prepare for three-legged dog. On the next exhale, right leg off the floor. Doesn't matter how high, just get it off the floor. And up. This is working the hip, upper body strength, balance. One more breath. Exhale, dog. From here, prepare for Cobra. Take a breath. On the exhale, knees on the floor, uncurl toes. Bring yourself all the way down. Hands beside the hips, beside the chest. Take a breath. Exhale. Chest up, shoulder blades together. Pelvis and hips are still on the floor. Cobra, Vinyasa. One more breath. Exhale, child's pose. Come up very, very slowly. Open up the knees wider. Get into your Balasana, child's pose, and rest. Take a little rest because we're going to do that all over again. One more breath. On the exhale, come back up. Now, as a transition to mountain, we're going to try our toe squat. If this is going to really bother your knees, don't worry about it. Stay right here or just come up to mountain, all right? So those of you who want to do toe squat, come up. So, you can have your hands on the floor here. Take a breath. Exhale, straighten that spine. If you want, you can come all the way up here if you'd like. So this is all about balance, stability, strength of the toes, the foot, the ankle. Let's go to mountain. And up, all the way. There we go. Shake it out. Shake it all out. Okay, let's do that again. We're going to do this side now. Exactly the same thing. So don't be afraid to make little adjustments every time you move your body from one posture to another. Sometimes you'll get into the posture right away. Sometimes, you're not quite there. So take a second and make those little adjustments wherever you need to be so that you're comfortable and you're safe. And then you can relax and your breath is going to flow nice and evenly. All right? So, coming to the front of the mat, let's try our half moon salute. Inhale up and exhale. Take your breath. Exhale, lean to the right. Just relax, come back to the breath. One more breath, exhale up. Big breath, exhale left. Exhale up, inhale, arms down, shoulder height. Take a breath. Exhale, step back, left leg, turn your feet to the left, 5-star. Relax the shoulders. Preparing for V straddle split, inhale, arms up, exhale, come down. On the next exhale, walk your hands to the left. Now it doesn't matter how far, the closer you get to the left foot, the deeper the stretch you will feel. So make that adjustment where you need to be. Exhale, come to center. And then exhale to the right. Exhale back to center. Preparing for 5-star. Take your breath. On the exhale, bend the knees a little if you need to. Push yourself up, straighten the legs, and 5-star. Preparing to go back to mountain. Take a breath. On the exhale, turn your feet to the right, windmill left arm down, and step forward, back to the front of the mat. Perfect. Roll the shoulders out. All right, let's continue. Let's inhale up. So make sure you're at the front of the mat, very top of the mat, so you have lots of room. All right, let's go. Inhale up and exhale. Inhale into a back bend. Preparing for Ragdoll on the next exhale. Soften the knees, swan dive, hinging at the hips and come down and hang out. Keep those knees nice and soft and just enjoy this beautiful stretch. Preparing for right low lunge on the exhale. Hands on the floor, left knee on the floor now, and low lunge. So this is what I mean, taking the time to make those adjustments. You know, set everything up so you're nice and relaxed. Everything is nice and lined up, ankle to knee, knee to hip. Low lunge. And exhale up. Push up. Relax those shoulders. So in the position, this is a good example of, you know, just seeing how the weight is distributed between one leg and one foot and the knee. So everything is nice, not all the weight slammed on one foot. Everything is nice and set up so that you're evenly balanced as well. So that's another thing to take into consideration. Now let's see if we can try that variation of the camel pose. On the exhale, hands on the hip and knee. All right? Now if you prefer to keep your hands on your hip and do this, you can if you'd like. And otherwise, inhale up and exhale back. Breathe. Squeeze your glutes if that helps. Squeeze your buttocks. One more breath. Exhale, come down to table. Slow and gentle with your spine. Let's see if we can do our tiger pose. Left leg comes up. On the exhale, lift it up. This is a really nice move for your thigh, for your buttock. You feel it even into your pelvic floor muscles. One more breath. Exhale, back to table. Let's prepare for downward dog. Curl the toes, take a breath, exhale up. Preparing for three-legged dog. On the next exhale, left leg off the floor if you can. Let's go, up. One more breath. Exhale, dog. One more breath. Exhale, knees on the floor, uncurl toes, pelvis, hips down, chest down. Hands along the side of your chest, preparing for Cobra. Take a breath. Exhale, bring the shoulder blades together, bring the chest up. Breathe. And preparing for child's pose. On the next exhale, come up slowly and open up your knees and scooch back and rest. Now there's a few different varieties or variations of child's pose. I'll show you a couple more and you can choose whatever one feels good for you. So another way to do a child's pose is to have your hands, along the side of your legs, palms up, forehead either on the block or on the floor. Or elbows on the floor, hands behind your neck in Namaste prayer pose. They're just little variations of our child's pose. So whatever one works for you. And rest. Let's stay here for a few minutes just to absorb the benefit of our practice so far. Just let your body feel nice and heavy. completely relaxed. One more breath. And on the exhale, I want you to very gently, slowly come out of your child's pose. And let's get ourselves onto our backs. Come right down on your back, nice and slow, all the way down. Back is nice and anchored, shoulders are relaxed. Let's do a nice reverse pigeon. Let's stretch those hips out a little bit. So left leg up, right foot on top of the left knee. Now the left leg you can bend a little if you'd like. If you can, both hands behind the left thigh. If you find that's a bit too intense, put one hand on the right knee, one behind the thigh. All right? Anyways, on your exhale, I want you to gently pull. Very gently, and this is a wonderful stretch for the right hip, the thigh, the buttock, the pelvic floor area, even into the lower back, and the glute, of course. But this is specifically for that beautiful hip. This is a really nice stretch to help release the discomfort of a tight sciatic nerve as well. And this is our reverse pigeon. You can bend your knee a little bit or keep your legs straight, doesn't matter. Now let's see, when you're ready, let's go to the other side. On the exhale, switch. Again, both hands behind the thigh or one on the knee. And gently. Be very, very gentle. You don't have to be aggressive. If you find you need a deeper stretch, then you go a little deeper or back up a little. And this is a stretch for the left hip area. Reverse pigeon. One more breath. Exhale. Release the legs. Go right into your little hug. And I want you to rock from side to side. This is a nice stretch, releasing, lengthening the spine a little bit more, releasing the muscles up and down your back, giving yourself a beautiful back massage. Rock and breathe. The closer you bring your knees to the chest, the deeper the stretch you will get as well. Little circles to the left. And let's release that lower back a little bit. And little circles to the right. Nice and slow. These stretches we do at the end of the class are really nice to do, to help you unwind and relax to go to sleep, but also to help you get the kinks out to get you out of bed in the morning. All right, knees on the floor. Straighten the left leg. Right foot on top of the left knee very gently. Left hand, bring it up, put it on the right knee. Right arm, stretch it out, shoulder height. Preparing for our supine twist pose. On the exhale, as you look over the left shoulder, gently pressing on the right knee to the left. Right shoulder, I should say. You're looking over to the right, pressing on the right knee to the left. Now this one here is for your spine again, lengthening, releasing the spine, but you get a bonus stretch into the hip area. So this one here, if you want a little bit more, you can press on the knee, or if you need to have a little less, just release the knee. Pay attention how your left leg feels. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Your left leg is so relaxed right now, and your right foot is gently resting on the knee. There's no pressure on that knee. One more breath. Exhale, release. Counter poses very gently and slowly go to the other side. Straighten the right leg, bend the left one. Make sure that you're nice and comfortable on the floor. Left foot on top of the right knee, gently bring up the right hand, put it on the left knee. And the left arm, I need you to bring it out shoulder height. Take a breath in on the exhale as you look over the left shoulder, gently pressing on the left knee to the right. Relax that right leg, it's nice and loose. No pressure on the right knee either. And just relax and breathe. For one more breath. On the next exhale, I want you to release that knee and I want you to straighten the leg. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling and let them fall over your head. And I want you just to stretch your body out, fingertips to the tips of your toes. If this bothers your shoulders, you can put your arms anywhere else you'd like. Now, while you're in this nice stretching, relaxing, resting place, if you want to try something a little different, you can do a move called the Pentacle. That would be opening up your legs nice and wide like a V and opening your arms nice and wide like a V. And that's just another way to just stretch your body out. You get a little different stretches that way. But you can do either way, completely up to you. Whatever you feel, whatever your body needs, and just let your body sink into the ground, feeling so heavy with relaxation. And the breath is still there. Hopefully it's the same breath you've had for the last 5 minutes, 20 minutes. Slowly bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling, hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. You can keep your legs whatever position they're in. And let's prepare for our closing Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today, resting comfortably in your corpse pose. At this point, if you'd like, you can bend your knees for comfort. If you want to lay on your side, get comfortable. Some people like to put their socks on at this point, or even if you have a blanket or a sweater, you can put on a blanket. Just find a place on your mat where you can just completely relax. Close your eyes, keep your breath flowing. And now that we're resting in Savasana, relaxation pose, let's take a minute to thank ourselves for our practice today. Let's take a moment to scan our body and our mind for any remaining tension. And let's let compassion melt away that tension into our mat. It's important for relaxation to have a tension-free body and a tension-free mind. The purpose of yoga, to help you understand all parts of nature alongside the many fluctuations of the mind. Yoga will help you know yourself, soul, and consciousness so adeptly that you'll always have a palpable grasp of who you are, to prepare to receive whatever the universe presents to you. Now listen to your soul and you hear your own heart. When we know ourselves this intimately, our choices and priorities become clear. Then, like the mountain calmly reflected in the lake, you'll be able to meet your thoughts and feelings with clarity and self-assurance. As a result, it's possible to live a creative, fulfilling, and productive life, leaving behind a positive legacy for others. Let's take a couple of minutes to embrace the silence in the room and in our minds. Let's go to that place, visit that place deep down inside, where the stillness holds the proper questions and all of our answers, where our truth is our identity. Sat-Nam. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the singing bowl, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into your space, back into the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes to bring life back to your body. And when you're ready, very slowly and gently bring yourself back up to our cross-legged Sukhasana position or any seated position at this point that is comfortable for you. Take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. Sitting nice and tall in your sit bones. Back is nice and straight, shoulders are relaxed. Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub and vigorously activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sat-Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace, may love and light be with you always. Namaste. All right, we're all done. That was wonderful. I'll tell you, I always feel wonderful after every class I teach, and I teach a lot of classes. So thank you again for joining me. That was just lovely. So take it easy. Get outside now that the weather's getting a little bit milder, and get some fresh air. And smile, get some sunshine on your face. All right, so thanks again for joining me. It's always my pleasure. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a nice little half-hour Pilates class if you're interested in checking that out. And stay tuned. We'll be back soon with another class. And all right, so life goes on. Thanks again.